Oh shit, it's too damaged. It's too damaged. Oh shit, my ship is too damaged. Hello, beautiful chatters. There is definitely, my dog is going nuts because there are deer going by outside, so there's a very high chance, unfortunately, that I am going to have to, at some point, tell him to stop barking. It's great music, right? Also, no worries. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna check my sound. I gotta boot up my phone to do that. So give me one sec. Phone to do that. Oh, hell yeah. Sound is fine. Ha 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 ha. I am the best at this for once. But yeah, how is everyone? How are y'all doing? Did you have a good weekend? Did you have a good Sam Raimi's Spider-Man holiday? Hell yes. Everybody should stream once in a while because it's fun. It's fun. Especially, yes, the happy Thursday to all who celebrate, exactly. No, but yeah, celebrating the very real holiday of the awkward Thanksgiving scene from the Spider-Man 2 2002 movie. Because, of course, that was very, that's peak. I thought capture cards were going to be way more expensive than they actually are. So, yeah, I recommend investing in one of those. Apparently there are like really, really cheap ones on... Just knocking shit over, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, there are apparently some really cheap ones on... What's that AliExpress website that's popular now? It's not AliExpress, Temu, that one. I think people buy Temu capture cards sometimes, and I don't know how well they work. So yeah, I think I paid $40 for mine. It's a quality one. Well, it's not like top of the line, but it'll do for me. Excuse me. Just had breakfast not too long. Yeah, Temu. Exactly. Thank you. How can I remember what things are called? All right, we're gonna go live. Gonna go live time. Oh, that's human me. Give me 1 sec. I gotta switch that out. We're not doing that anymore. Boop. Goodbye, webcam. Don't look at human me. Don't pretend that that was there. That's gone now. Still not as scuffed as Monarch, so, you know. So we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. We're fine. Hi! Look, it is I! It is I, the King of Frogs! I am here! Hello, hello. I'm gonna put chat over here. You can't see my boots, but I also have boots. They're just not on right now. But I have my raincoat on today because that's sort of you know, a raincoat is sort of like a winter jacket. Sort of. So hello everyone, hello, this is me. We're just gonna hop around a little because I am the silliest of frogs. Just moving some assets around. This can go. I am fine. Let's put this. No. Okay. Gonna lock that. We're gonna move that. Oh, whoop. You'd think I would play with things ahead of time, but I won't because, yeah. I like to be a little bit scuffy. That's what I'm about. Ah, here I am. Come here. Come here, me. Alright, I'm gonna go. Yeah, there I am. I'm in the corner now, ready to play my game. I am currently using Streamlabs because I'm still learning how to use OBS properly because OBS is a bit of a learning curve. What the hell is up with my chat box? So it feels like my chat box is only showing part of the chat. Which is funny. Because, like, I can still read it, but it's just like, chat box, what are you doing? What is up with your life? We're gonna turn the badges off to see if that helps. Meow, 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 meow. I'll figure that out later. There. I'm just gonna banish the chat box for now. You're just gonna... Ah, banished. Yes! Meow, meow, meow. I am the King of Frogs. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my chaos. Hopefully you enjoy my everything that we're doing today. If you are in chat, please say hi, because I am very, very close to getting affiliate status. And if I get affiliate status, that means I can stream more. Well, it means I get, you know, paid like however much in ad revenue. So let's play some Hollow Knight. Let's play. Let's figure out what I'm doing. Because there's something. There's lore and music, and there's so much going on in this game. And I'm still figuring it out. Okay. Hello, hello, hello! This is me. The not Hollow Knight, I think. Exactly. We're starting from the bottom, now we're here. That kind of thing, you know? We're starting somewhere. Yes, I have not played... Well, that's not true anymore. This is the first Hollow Knight because I am still... Unlike everybody else who's like playing Silksong and stuff and knows what they're doing, I don't. I'm still learning. I'm learning Hollow Knight. I'm learning how to play. I'm learning how to be a good little knight dude. And yeah. See, I feel like people think that everyone's played Hollow Knight and everyone's played Silksong and all that, but I have never played all the way through Hollow Knight. I am a bad gamer. Trademarked. See, there we go. I am someone who picks up games, plays about a half hour of it, and is like, I really like this game, I will finish it. And then I forget to ever play it again or finish it or do things that I'm supposed to. And the biggest reason is, of course, because of my migraines. Because, you know, migraines are annoying that way. It's just like, you know what you should do? You should totally remember to do things. And it's like, I can barely remember anything. Honestly, having I have the Mantis Claw now, which lets me like grab onto walls and jump. Very much a game changer for me. Also, learning basic mechanics has been a game changer. And learning all of this stuff, learning the basics has, well, not just learning the basics, but getting the items that allow you to explore. It's like, ooh, there's so much more I can do. And last stream, which was a few days ago, yeah, so last stream, which was a few days ago, I lost my soul, my shade somewhere. And I gotta find where that is. So far, I've explored the Mantis Village, which is the newest stuff that I did. And I'm still doing a lot of exploring and trying to figure things out because if you look at my map, I've only found the map for a few areas. Like, I've got Green Path, I've got the Forgotten Crossroads, stuff like that. The problem I'm having, of course, because I always have a problem, is that I get lost very easily. And because of my chronic migraines, so I think I've told you all about how I concussed myself back 3 years ago now? Is it 3? I think it's 3 years ago now. Anyways, so I concussed myself, and now I have chronic concussion-based migraines from that, which, it's not exactly, you don't want that. It's bad. It's the bad times. So don't concuss yourself. And when I get migraines, of course, it's the pain, it's the visual effects, it's all your typical terrible migraine BS. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had told you about my my migraine adventures. Also, really sorry to hear that that you had a migraine earlier this year. It just, they're not fun. They really suck. I also get really bad muscle tension, so I've been working really hard on figuring out how to deal with my muscle tension because if you can calm your body a little bit, it can help. Because, you know, if your muscles are squeezing your nerves, because, migraine's all nervous system, right? It's a nervous system attack. That's why it sucks so bad. And if you can have less squeezy on the nerves, then it's a little bit, less terrible, I guess, is the best way to put it. I mean, it still sucks, but slightly less terrible. And yeah, so how I got my concussion, the story. Because I might as well tell this on stream. You know, lovely, happy story for everybody. So I was walking to the doctor, and the night before, it had rained. And unfortunately, when it rains in, I guess it was March. Yeah, it was March. So in Canada, where I live, March is still kind of winter. It's like winter light at that point because we get a lot of rain, a lot of snow, a lot of melting snow. So I was walking on a hill, on a sidewalk, and it had rained the night before. And me being me, I was like, well, it's pretty warm outside. It's probably not that bad. It'll probably be fine. And I found a patch of black ice, which of course is ice that you can't see because the way it freezes is on the highways. When it freezes, it looks just like the highway because it's black, but on the sidewalk it's more like, you know, sidewalk colored ice. And as I stepped down, I went, oh no, because both of my feet slipped out from under me. And I didn't have time to react because my feet went straight up and out from underneath me. And I fell directly on the left side of my head. So the left side of the back of my head contacted directly with the ground. So thump, right on my head. And initially I thought I was going to pass out. But because I have passed out quite a few times in my life now, actually, I'm kind of a pro at it. So if I feel like I'm gonna pass out, what I do is I put my head between my knees and I sit there and take very, very deep breaths to make sure that my blood is still circulating. Because at the time, I was afraid that if I passed out, no one would find me and I would die. Even though, you know, I'm in town and I was in front of somebody's house on the way to my doctor, it was still a big worry I had at that moment because I was like, concussions can kill you, you know? So I was worried that I was going to die because of falling directly on my head. So then I ended up calling my now spouse on my cell phone and I was like, hey, I fell on my head. Can you come pick me up and take me to the emergency room? So we went there and we did that and they were like, did you throw up? And I'm like, no, because fun fact, I cannot throw up. I cannot throw up. My you have like sphincters and stuff in your throat, and the way mine works is one will open and the other one doesn't. So I get the very terrible feeling of having to throw up, but it never comes. So I can't throw up. And I didn't pass out and I didn't throw up. So my concussion was they decided it was minor. And to this day, I am still suffering some effects from it. And that's why, from now on, if I have a problem where I should have thrown up, I'm just gonna say yes, I did throw up, because doctors do not really account for the idea of, wait a minute, you physically cannot throw up? No, I can't. I cannot physically throw up. So they're like, well, it probably wasn't that bad then, and you didn't pass out. And I'm like, yeah, because I used literally all of my stubborn Ukrainian willpower to not throw up. So, you know, or to not pass out, sorry. So yeah, because of that, the doctors did not do an x-ray, so there's no x-ray of my brain post-concussion. So, you know, the doctors said that it would have just showed that I had a concussion, which they already knew, but I don't think they took it seriously enough, which was part of the problem, because it took me over a year to relearn how to read. So I've been doing physio and other exercises and stuff so that I could relearn how to read. So I can read again. Very happy about that. The first book I read after my concussion was actually Gideon the Ninth. So I got into the Locked Tomb series afterwards. Yeah, you would have think they would have checked for brain bleeding, but they didn't. So yeah, but I'm still here. I do a lot of physio for it, and I still have complications going on from it, with my muscles, my memory, all kinds of other things. You know, long-term concussion stuff. So yay! Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I'm really glad that I'm okay too, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the story of my concussion. So yeah, big lesson, I guess, is fun fact, Tylenol doesn't work for me. I think they tried to give me T3s, but fun fact, I cannot metabolize T3s properly to get the pain relief. So I also cannot take T3s. I can take metformin only for pain. I know, right? I have so many issues. It's really funny. They should study me. I'd be a great medical study of terrifying. But yeah, that would have been funny. It just, here's some Tylenol for your autism. Let's supercharge that autism, right? It's like when I get vaccines and I'm just like, I need an update for my autism programming. By the way, for those of you tuning into stream who don't know, I am autistic. I have autism. I'm pretty sure most of my friends and followers are also autistic. And I will make autism jokes about my autism and updating it and stuff because I think it's funny and I like to make fun of that. Honestly, this is why my spouse is so protective of me, because he's like, you need to be careful. Lemon law. Oh, I know what lemon law is. Right? Anyone who has like weird body stuff and medical stuff going on, we have the best stories because it's just terrifying, right? And you learn so much, and then it's just like, wow. Okay. Oh, lemon law. I'm looking this up. Okay. Yeah, apparently we do have that in Alberta. Yeah. Do you think that we could lemon law my body and they would fix me? Like, just give me some robot parts? Yeah! Yeah, I want some minor cyborg parts. Like, well, I had carpal tunnel surgery, so I don't need that anymore, but I wouldn't mind, like, robot legs so I could jump higher. Like, zoom! Or, no, I think it's mostly just the robotic implants in my legs I'd like. Sometimes it makes me think of, you know the original Ghost in the Shell movie? Like, obviously the Japanese one, like the one from 1990, whatever. Anyways, the original Ghost in the Shell movie, there's a scene where she, like, lifts stuff and, like, her robotic stuff all breaks because it's too heavy. Sometimes that's how my arms and limbs and everything feel when I'm doing stuff, but it's just because of the chronic pain. And I'm just like, it'd be kind of cool to have a robot body. But then I don't want to be a robot. I'd rather be a frog. Eh. Frog. Built-in jetpack. What kind of robot parts would you add to your body? I wouldn't mind, like, maybe like an eye implant that could scan things for me. So, ooh, X-ray vision. No, I want X-ray vision. Or heat vision. No, heat vision. Oh no! We'll miss you. That's okay. If you get booted, you get booted. I appreciate you coming by and saying hello. Especially since, like I said, I only need to have some nice, big, chatty streams to make affiliate. And then Twitch will give me ad money. And then I will be very famous, and you can be like, the very super famous king of frogs. The most king. The most frogs. And then every streamer will be like, you know the very famous king of frogs? And he'll be like, yeah, I do. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm so famous. I'm just gonna start telling people I'm famous and, like, trick them into thinking that. So everybody will be like, wait a minute. That's the famous king of frogs. And I'll be like, yes, I am very famous. Oh, I'm a super... Yeah, exactly, right? I'm kind of a big deal. Yes. #1 frog celebrity. And then people will see me and they'll be like, wait a minute. Are you the king of frogs? And I'll be like, maybe. Maybe. Yes. I want to be like, I was watching Uma Musume, and some of the horses are so extra that these horse girls show up to school and they'll, like, unfurl a red carpet so that they can walk the red carpet into the school. I want to do that, but at, like, a grocery store. So it's like, oh my gosh, King of Frogs, it's so good to see you. Here's your red carpet to buy groceries. And I'll be like, thanks, I'm out of milk. And they'll be like, no, you need that for your cereal. Very important that my cereal has milk. What kind of milk doesn't matter. I do like cow milk, but you know what else I like? I do like oat milk. But, this is probably gonna sound weird. I like oat milk for the texture, because oat milk feels like you're having a snack. Bagged milk actually is an Ontario and East Coast thing. So here in the West Coast, Alberta, so if you look at a map, we're almost as west as BC, but not quite, right? What? Is there something up there? Sorry, I just... What the hell? Secret area! This is my no map challenge called I don't know how maps work. I thought you were the worm! But yeah, I like oat milk because it's like a snack. I'm very proud of myself for finding that secret area, by the way. What was I saying? Yeah, bagged milk is Ontario and the East Coast. I mean, I'm not sure. That was not smart on my part, but sometimes I do risky things. So yeah. Almond milk is okay too, but like, I'm working on it, exactly. I think again, I just really like oat milk for the texture. Which sounds weird, just like, yeah, I drink oat milk for the texture. It's got a good texture. I should put how I got a concussion. I should make that like my first fancy video. Just like, once upon a time, I got a really bad concussion. But don't worry, I'm okay now. Frick. I don't think I've been through this area before. Yeah, oat milk. I drink it for the texture. My strategy is if I get hit, it's fine. Yeah. Dating geography. I should bring up a map sometime and be like, here's where I live. Let's talk about maps. I actually am a big fan of maps, so yeah. Hooray! That's great. Yes! It's my frog hard hat now. Frog map? No, frog... Wait. Frog hard hat. I'm trying to make a hard hat joke, but I'm having troubles. We'll get there. Part of it is, my muscles were so tight. So tight last night. That's a good idea! My frog's hat... Okay, I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something on my model. So, wait a second. This is part of my kayfabe officially, unofficially now. So, just gonna move my model a little bit so you can see me better. Yeah. Okay. So this is me. Now you can see my boots. This is an exclusive look for my friends. So here's my hat. And here's my little mushroom crown. Boo, boo, boo. The mushroom makes a force field so that I am protected. And here's my little frog bag, because why not? Yeah. So anyway. As I was saying, I've made myself really big so you can admire my hat. I can, right? I can! I used to live in Edmonton. I now live in a small town called Athabasca. So, yeah. There's lots of places. I've lived all over in Alberta, though. I've lived in Edmonton, Fort McMurray, Athabasca. I've lived in eastern Alberta in a small town called Chauvin, yeah. Edgerton, sort of. It kind of. Also, I have lived in Manning, Alberta, and that's near Peace River, so yeah, I kind of have like a bingo of places that I've been and lived in Alberta, so all over. I'm glad you're admiring my model. Isn't it pretty? I'm so cute! I love how cute I am. Yes, I need to write up all my kayfabe. I will do a big kayfabe lore video for you where I talk about who I am and everything, and you can be like, this is King of Frogs. Here's your kayfabe. And yes, I will call it kayfabe the whole time because it's not my lore, it's my kayfabe. It's a kayfabe video. And then if I find someone to beef with, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's where I'm situated. I'm gonna find somebody to beef with, like, and cut some kayfabe wrestling promo videos. So it'll be like, oh, other VTubers, coming for me, coming for the king. You coming for the King of Frogs? You think that you can take me in the ring? And then other people will be like, are you going to wrestle the other VTubers? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will start an indie wrestling VTuber ring. You know, something completely normal like that. I just wanted you to look at my teeth. Yes! I could make myself a wrestling intro. And a belt! Special King of Frogs belt. Be the one VTuber who just like is such a menace that I'm coming up and making everybody else learn about wrestling. What if okay, y'all remember Macho Man Randy Savage, right? Like, you remember the Macho Man. Anyway, since we all remember the Macho Man, do you remember his rap album? Oh, yeah! Are you talking about kayfabe? Kayfabe is not a new term, actually. Kayfabe is a wrestling term. Kayfabe is what you call it when you act in character for your wrestling promos and things. So kayfabe is the show, the performing art, the performance art of wrestling. So that's your kayfabe. So yeah, I'm actually using an old wrestling term. Watch, I'm gonna make it even more confusing. I'll start talking about the cream of the crop. Macho Madness is coming to town. Yes, exactly. Kayfabe. So yeah, because like other VTubers are like, here's my lore and stuff like that. But no. Mine is my kayfabe. Thank you, Google. I'll go check that out in a moment. Hopefully you can't hear my, what we called our washing machine. Once in the chat, if you heard Google announce what my, washing machine's called. Okay, perfect. Good. I have my mic not pointed towards the Google, so okay. But yeah, I'm gonna be like Randy Savage and Macho Man, put out a diss track rap album. Yes, kayfabe. Other VTubers, I can issue wrestling style challenges to them. And then I think there's some wrestling video games. I could even make them play wrestling games with me. But we can only wrestle with our originally made wrestling characters. So we have to design our own wrestlers and win belts. Just make everybody enjoy my madness. And this is how I lose some of my followers. They're like, oh no, you're a wrestling fan. And I'll be like, yeah, and then they'll ask me questions. People are gonna ask me questions like, what do you think about this controversy in WWE? And I'll be like, honestly, I didn't even know that was happening, because you know what I've been doing? I watch luchadors. Yes. Back away from the wrestling fan. They probably eat Funyuns. Actually, can't eat onions at all. But, yeah. I just like to make jokes about onions because I think it's funny. Let's go! Alright, I should actually find my soul. Let's find my soul. And then, once I find that thing... Oh, I am way the hecking gone. Okay, I know which way to go now. Rey Mysterio is great. So Rey Mysterio is awesome because he helped popularize and bring Lucha Libre to American culture. So one of the, I guess American awareness, him and Eddie Guerrero really helped popularize Lucha Libre and help Americans, especially, you know, those who are only watching WWE, they help them understand it more. Because, so Mexico actually has a huge Lucha Libre culture. Huge, huge, huge. Like, you go to Mexico, and luchadors are, like, superheroes there, right? Eddie Guerrero, great. Like, some of the best wrestling matches of all time. Guacamelee. No. Is it a luchador game? Because I love luchadors. I would play a luchador game. That sounds great. But yeah, so Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, I was about to say a different Rey, who was a current wrestler. Anyway, they really helped introduce Americans to what lucha wrestling was and is, which is really, really helpful because, like I said, Mexican culture is all about luchadors. Luchadors are like Mexican superheroes. They're really, really cool. Oh my goodness. A side-scrolling luchador game? I need to play that. 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 It'll just be like stream of consciousness, me talking about luchadors and how much I love them. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So, oh my goodness. I love luchadors. My current favorite luchador is Penta El Cerro Miedo. And I also really love his brother, Rey Fenix. Also sometimes wrestles as Phoenix or Rey Fenix. Yes! Oh, Mexican wrestling game! Please do, please do, please do. That sounds great. I don't think this is the guy that has my soul. Take a blast. And a blast. Take a nail. Let me nail you. Let me nail it down. I need like a nail upgrade. Geo. Yeah, that wasn't the right one. Shoot. Okay, map. I might need to put on the marker that shows where I am, because I get lost really easily. Anyway, luchadors. Really lost my train of thought, but that's fine. That, I just really, really love lucha wrestling. It's just one of my favorite things, you know? Because it's like real life I love superhero comic books, which I might play Marvel Rivals on stream one of these days because I love classic Marvel comics. It's such a big map, and you have to put on a, you have like little, oh, that's the dark zone. Okay, I think I know about where I am now then. I've lost my train of thought entirely now. Choo-choo, train's gone. Choo-choo, train's gone. But yeah, I like luchadors for the same reason I like superheroes. And I like wrestling for the same reason I like, thank you, for the same reason I like superheroes, which is superheroes, you get like the story, the violence, the camp, the theater. Like, that is what I am all about. I like over the top. Yes, exactly right. It's like, I don't just want action. I don't just want punch. I also want the drama, the excitement. I want them to like, I want to believe those guys hate each other. Yeah. And I want to see them have beef and like squash that beef and figure out like, this is for the honor of our family. This is for the honor of our clan. Like, stuff like that. Like, it's so over the top and it's so funny. It's so beautiful. Yes, John Cena is great. Oh, there's so much good wrestling content out there. Like, yes! Dispatch. I heard about Dispatch. I have not played it yet. I am very curious about it, though. Because, yeah, superheroes drama, excellent. And I always like different takes on the superhero genre. One of the biggest problems I find with Marvel movies and Marvel stuff right now is it's kind of giving us the same thing over and over again, which makes me sad because that's never been what, that's not what superheroes are supposed to be about. That's just not what I want. I love wall jumping. I will have to check out Dispatch. But yeah, if you want to watch wrestling, get a little feel for it, for good or for evil, for whatever reason you like. The cool thing about a lot of wrestling videos and wrestling stuff is that there are a lot of classic WWE matches, not just on DVD, but also that have been uploaded to YouTube. So you can go onto YouTube right now, search up WWE's page, or search up, like, whatever kind of wrestling you're really looking for, right? And, like, if you want to watch... Sorry, these sounds are really distracting me. If you want to watch, say, Eddie Guerrero, you just type in his name and you can watch all of his matches, which is awesome. Like, is there a secret door or something around here? Because I hear a guy, but, like, I can't find anything. What's going on with this place? Well, and part of the problem is that Marvel's storytelling, they don't focus on the stuff that made the comics truly great. Because if you look at a lot of the classic comic books, like I'm talking the 70s, the 80s, even some of the 60s storytelling, it focused on a lot of subject matter, like things like the X-Men really was about different kinds of allegories, like for racism and for being gay and for being different has always been there, but it's like the different ways of how you're different, I guess, is the best way to put it. Like, so different groups, different identities, exploring like, okay, what makes you tick? What makes you you? And that's what I really liked about the X-Men, and just being able to explore things too, like, okay, so we've got all these X people together. How are they gonna deal with this? How are they gonna deal with that? And then looking into different things like, all right, Rogue can't touch people, that sucks. Or, all right, Emma Frost wants to teach people, and that's cool. And then in 2002, there's actually a really good Captain America story called Red, White, and Black. that talks about a very real world dark point in American history, where so it talks about experimentation by the U.S. government and like sanctioned experimentation on black bodies, which is a big problem in U.S. history, especially because of things like slavery. A lot of black people have been experimented on for medical research and other things. And Red, White, and Black covered that Captain America was not the first Captain America. But there was actually a whole squad of black soldiers who were experimented on for the good of America. And then a lot of people were killed because they weren't considered to be actual people. And it's a very intense storyline, very well written. And it kind of deals with the fallout from that years later, and Captain America just being horrified that the government that he serves, the country that he loves, would do this to people. And in this aftermath, the only person who survived was Isaiah Cassidy. But Isaiah Cassidy in Falcon and Winter Soldier, from what I understand, he can still talk, right? Like, he was experimented on, but, like, he still has some autonomy, right? The comic version of Isaiah Cassidy did not come out very well. Like, because of the experimental formula and stuff, he's very disabled now, and mentally disabled in a lot of ways, to the point where, like, he's now nonverbal. His wife has to take care of him pretty much full time. Like, they have their kids and stuff, and they do their best, but, like, he is in bad shape because of the super soldier program. And also, they had made him a war criminal and things like that because he had worn he took a Captain America costume and wore it during World War II to fight to fight Hitler and a bunch of other Nazis. So, yeah, I don't think they would explore that. Wait, did I say Isaiah Cassidy? I meant Isaiah Bradley. The name's still the same, but I think they changed the character quite a bit. Because I don't know how much they want to talk about, like, the human experimentation and stuff. Yeah, it is Isaiah Bradley. Jeez, how did I mess that up so bad? Oh, you want to know why I messed that up? Because Isaiah Cassidy is a wrestler in AEW. I messed it up because I mixed up superheroes and wrestling again. Whoopsies. No, you got it right. But yeah, that's the one thing that bothers me a bit about Marvel, is that they kind of dumb down the plot for the movies and the series. Because, like, it's not a happy story, but it's a really good story and it makes a really good point. So, yeah, highly recommend checking out a lot of the other comics, especially for X-Men. God Loves, Man Kills, really, really good. Goes into a lot of, you know, bigger topics, because the original Dark Phoenix saga went straight into, like, when your friend commits, like, genocide of an entire world, can they be redeemed? Is that okay? Like, because Jean Grey, when she's the Dark Phoenix, literally eats an entire planet. Like, she kills an entire planet, right? So, anyways, that's why I like a lot of the classic comics. That, and because you could actually go into big stories that explore things like people's identity, or different thoughts, different drama, different things that are just interesting to think about or talk about, you know? The kind of, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it rewired my brain a little bit with these thoughts. But yeah, I'm really happy that there are a lot of other like independent comic books, independent comic books that are being adapted into movies and TV. Right? Nerd alert 100%. It makes me happy to see independent comics, independent TV, things like that. Just adapting these stories. And sometimes changing them up a little, which is fine. Sometimes you need that to kind of explore these ideas. Because, like, one of the biggest things with superheroes and supervillains is these people have so much power. What's going to go on? How are they going to deal with that? What are they going to use it for? What happens when... Yes. Imagine being a nerd on Twitch. In this economy? Honestly, it's never too late to explore a little bit, because whether it's wrestling and watching a few things here and there on YouTube of people that you want to check out, or whether it's comic books. And the nice thing about comic books is there are a lot of comic one-shots, or comics that you can just read and they'll kind of meet you where you're at. Whether it's like a modern retelling of the Spider-Man story, or it's just like, hey, you should totally read this comic book, here's all the context for it, and that kind of thing. Because even though a lot of superhero comics do go on for a long time, a lot of the plots are contained. And it might be controversial to say this, but I almost see comic books pre the 1990s and post the 1990s, because comics have changed a lot pre and post the 90s, because during the 90s comic books actually almost died completely as a medium, and modern comics now reset the status quo a lot, to the point where it's almost frustrating to be a fan, because anytime... Actually, I find it very frustrating to be a fan, because anytime the characters I love show any kind of growth, it's reset usually within the year. And even things like marriages and stuff. Like relationships, marriages, character growth, it doesn't matter. It gets reset really fast. And it bums me out. So that's why I separate them, because the 60s to the 90s, they actually did a lot more with character growth, and you could see a lot more happening, because characters were getting older, and even though it's slow walking them getting older, they would still age. Whereas a lot of comic books now, I find the characters don't age at all. Because, like, I'm not really a fan of characters being stuck permanently 20s and permanently 30, or even some permanently stuck as children. Like, I want to see the characters grow up. The story doesn't have to technically end. Like, you can just be like, oh, here's some different stories from that period. Like, that to me is fine. But the idea of, like, only the Fantastic Four can be married, that's our married couple, like, or no characters can be in long-term relationships because that's boring or whatever. It's like, I feel like that's a little insulting to the fans too, because like, your characters that you're like, oh, this is the everyman, so they have to like never have a girlfriend, or they have to break up every few months. It's like, ultimately, I find that really boring and unimaginative. Because, like, well, it's like the same reason why I don't like most of the romance genre, because most of the romance genre ends after the couple gets together, right? Like, the whole thing is just about the literal slow burn, the will they, won't they, and I'm like, I don't want will they, won't they, I want yes, they will. Yeah, they will. They're married now. Let's look at their married life. stuff like that. So, you know. But what do I know? I'm just a big fan of stuff. I don't know anything. I'm just a frog. Oh, I only need 200 more and then I can get the lantern. Okay, we're gonna do that because I want to go look in the dark for things. Because every time I go to dark areas and they're like, it's too dark. And by it's too dark, I go, it's too dark, and I get annoyed. Yeah, I want romance. I actually really like romance where it's like, this couple has been together for a long time. Or they are a couple and they're navigating being a couple. Kaguya sound is still really so good though. It's true. I also like what's his face's dad. The student council president's dad. Big payouts. But yeah, that's why I often get in trouble with other nerdy fans of things because what they want and what I want are very different, and my opinions, even though I don't think they're that controversial. Apparently, some things I say are controversial, like there should be more romances about established couples. Or, you know, I don't think that 90-year-old men should be dating 20-year-olds. And that's treated like normal on TV. And, like, that's a good relationship. Or stuff like that, you know? And they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, I want to see a married couple work through their problems and talk and go on dates and, you know, I want to see the married couple hold hands. Yes. I want to see this married couple without kids and this other married couple with kids hang out and talk about what it's like to be married and how much they love their spouses. Boo! No one wants that. We only want to be working up to that. Shoot. Don't touch me. I'm a big softie though. I like... Yeah, well, and just other representation too. I love seeing different things like, these people are ace. I'm like, that's awesome. Or, hey, these people are bi. Or, here's a polyamorous relationship. Like, I love seeing that kind of thing. I love seeing different kinds of I like seeing different kinds of people represented and talked about. And not, like, as the butt of a joke. Yeah, queer platonic relationships might be a little hard for people. They'd be like, wait, why are they like that? And I'd be like, because they are, and they're happy, and it's fine. It's cool. I even just like when people, like, different kinds of friendships, when it's just like, my friendship with so-and-so is the most important relationship in my life. And no. Oh my gosh, yeah. You haven't found the right person yet. I hate when they say that because, like, that's not just used against ace people. That was also used against, you know, well, it's still used against all queer people. You know, like, I'm a lesbian, and they're like, you can't be a lesbian because you haven't met the right man yet. And I'm like, oh my god. This is not going to fix anyone. This just makes me mad. And my other big gripe, since I'm on gripes about watching TV and stuff, I hate it when they put in a relationship and it didn't need to be there. Like, if I'm watching a spy thriller, I don't really need romance. I just want to see the spies fight. You know what I mean? I should rename my current stream, just be like, not clickbait. Frog streamer talks about all their gripes with media. Click here to prove them wrong. And then see how fast it is, how long it takes before I get someone in chat just being like, actually, here's why you are wrong, and everything you say is annoying, and why I'm going to be mad at you now. And I'll just be like, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I feel like the most controversial things are usually related to people's pairings and couples in media in general. But the other controversial thing is when, so I really like to analyze media. I can't help it. That's how I am. And if I find something is just very surface level and doesn't have a lot of plot or things to keep me hooked, I will straight up just be like, I don't understand the hype behind this. Like, yeah. It's just funny to me. Controversial food takes. I don't think onions need to be added to everything, or garlic powder, because I think that's just hiding people's inability to cook. I think people use a lot of cheap filler in cooking, like putting in a ton of onions and a ton of garlic, and don't get me wrong, I love garlic. I cannot eat onions, so I'm never going to use onions. Sorry to the onion fandom. But like, if you just put a ton of garlic in something and you're like, my recipe is saying ton of garlic, ton of onions, it's like, you are not cooking something tasty. You are just relying on the fact that you put in a bunch of onions and a bunch of garlic. And that's it. It's like, just admit you want to eat onions and garlic. You are not actually cooking a food there. You are just... You just want to... You just want to eat a bunch of garlic. You just want to eat a bunch of onions. There is a whole world of herbs and spices out there. You should start learning about them. Start experimenting with them. Like, add a bit of dill to your sauce. Add some basil. Use a little more flavors in there. Use a little less salt, little less garlic, little less onions. Welcome back. But like, explore different spices. They're great. You can still use your aromatics, but put in a little bit of salt and pepper. Try out some paprika for a smoky flavor. Try out some basil. And a lot of herbs are actually super easy to grow fresh. So if you want quality herbs like basil and stuff, just throw some seeds in a pot, and, you know, pick it out from there. Basil and dill are really easy to grow. You just gotta keep it moist. Get a little windowsill herb garden going on. Oh, is it? Shoot. Thank you. How am I now? Am I quieter now? Or louder now? Is my volume better? Is the volume better? I'm playing the game. Ow. Okay, excellent. I'm just grinding a bit because I really want to explore this dark area. But yeah. Oh, and another big thing, toast your spices. If I'm doing an Indian food recipe, and it doesn't tell me to toast the spices, I just assume that that person has never cooked Indian food before, because you toast your spices and they taste so different, so much better. And even, you know, toasting your nuts a little bit, like if you're adding cashews or, you know, almonds to like a salad, toast it. There's a lot of really easy things you can do to just make your food taste better. I feel like these aren't even controversial food takes. I feel like just the problem is that we are kind of, because of the way... Yes. Toasting your nuts is good. It's good. It's good. I might have to deal with a excited Westie over something. We'll find out. Yeah, no problem. So the main kinds of food that I actually cook, the first type of food I learned to cook was Japanese. So I'm really good at cooking Japanese cuisine. And part of cooking Japanese cuisine is, of course, learning how to make rice. And once you've mastered making rice, it's, you know, everything else just kind of comes after that. But with Indian cooking, a lot of it is about toasting your spices, knowing which spices interact with what, and how things interact together. So I find that a lot of North American cooking, well, we're not going to include Mexico in this. It's Canada and the US. Unfortunately, a lot of our cooking has become very reliant. See you later! A lot of our cooking has become very reliant on sugar and salt. Have a good work! Okay. Alright, there's nothing here yet. That's okay. I almost have enough money. I need just a little bit. I need to defeat like 2 more things. Then we can buy my lantern. But yeah, a lot of North American cooking has become reliant on sugar and salt for flavor. And I can kind of understand how we got here, because both make really good for, you know, food preservation. And convenient food makes a lot of sense when you don't have time to, like, sit down and cook. But there's more to life than just... All good, all good. Next time, next time. But yeah. The moral of the story is, once you stop cooking with so much salt and sugar, you can start to taste the other flavors, and that's when your cooking really starts to pop. So, yeah. Yeah. And of course, toast your nuts. It's a really quick and simple step that just brings out more flavors. There's actually a lot of really good cooking resources too that explain like how cooking works, why cooking works. You good? You doing good, Pip? My dog's just like full sploot right now. He looks so cute. So, Japanese cuisine is one of my favorites because I'm a weeb. That's literally, like... I learned how to cook Japanese food because reading manga and watching anime made me want to eat a lot of the stuff I saw in it. So that's why I started learning to cook Japanese food. And, I also... One of my best friends is also from Japan. So I learned a lot about his culture and how to cook Japanese food because I was like, I want to impress him. And yeah, it did impress him that I took time to learn a bunch about his culture, learn how to cook the food. And he gives us tips sometimes because the one thing about a lot of cooking is that cooking recipes can often be adjusted a little bit because the way you should look at the One Piece cookbook sounds fun. You should definitely check it out. So let's put it this way. If you have a cookbook and it tells you cook something this way and you're like, okay, but let's say it wants you to add red peppers and you hate red peppers. It's not like baking where if you get rid of the red peppers, it's gonna taste off. It's like, okay, or something won't react properly. You can often substitute things while you're cooking and be like, I'm not really a big fan of eggs, so I'm gonna use this egg substitute. Or, oh, I'm out of milk, so I'm gonna use this. And cooking, once you understand, like, the science behind things, like, this is how that's gonna taste, or that's how this will react with that, then everything's like, yeah, I can eat that, that's great. So, a lot of understanding the basics and what flavors you like, what you want to react with what, that will give you what you want to eat. Whereas with baking, it's like, if you take out the baking soda or the baking powder, you're not going to have the right reaction and you will not have cookies anymore. Which is funny because, like, I've seen people be like, I'm just gonna have the amount of flour for this recipe, and I'm like, well, then it's not gonna work because you need the flour. So, yeah. It's about learning how to use your substitutions and what will work with what.
Miacharo.
Do, 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 do. Is this the one? No, she's the map lady. Just gonna save. I think it's this one. Yes, exactly, right? Because there are substitutes out there. Yay! I have a lantern now. Now I can look around dark spaces. There's just a lot you can learn about cooking, which is awesome. Cooking, baking, herbs, everything. It's a big world out there. Great big world. Yes. Oh, yeah. This is already better because I can see around myself. I wonder, does it show in my little... Let's look at my... Whoops. I want to see if it... Yeah! Woo! I didn't mean to do that, but it happened, so you know. Okay, having that little bit of extra light is just nice for walking around normally, too. Something I learned about Thai cooking and Indonesian cooking, actually, is that Thai, Indonesian, and Indian cooking often use a lot of the same spices. So, if you want to get into cooking more, you pretty much just have to look up, like, for example, you look up, like, Thai cooking, what spices? And there's a lot of websites that will give you a basic breakdown of, like, oh, here's what you need to cook. And then you basically, like, stock your pantry with these spices. And let's say you start cooking Thai and you're like, well, I'm kind of sick of Thai food. It's really easy to pivot into making Indonesian food because they use very similar spices. And Indian food also uses similar spices because what part of the world you're in. So by kind of picking one of them, you can actually end up cooking a lot because you have a lot of variety. And a lot of the times, it's a lot of staples that you'll need for cooking. So, for example, like in Indian cooking, you use... Exactly, they are quite versatile. So you'll have your spices, like you'll have your fenugreek leaves and lemongrasses and things like that, right? But a lot of them will also use things like ginger root. So you get yourself a big ginger root, and you can use that for like your base spice paste for a lot of different kinds of cooking. And you'll want like your ginger, your garlic, your fresh herbs, your dried spices and herbs. But you kind of have like, for example, for Indian, it uses a lot of cashews. So having a big thing of cashews is pretty good. Or for Vietnamese cooking, you want fish sauce. So you want to have a big thing of that on hand. Or with Japanese cooking, use a lot of miso paste and dashi stock. Even when... And mirin's another big one. And cooking sake, right? And as long as you have, like, the staple ingredients, like the staples of your pantry, you can apply those to other types of cooking, too. Especially once you learn, like, how it works. And that's a big thing I'm going to keep saying is how it works, right? Like, which part of the world is this from? That part? Okay. What can I apply this to? So yeah. Whoops. Each time I play, I get a little bit better. So I guess the big thing is, the moral of the story is, experiment with your cooking. Try different, like... Outfit your pantry. And go from there. So right now, I'm really interested in Indian cooking. That's kind of what we've started experimenting with. Because I like Indian food a lot. But because it uses a lot of onions, depending on the region, I have to be careful. So being able to cook it at home is a lot of fun. And I like cooking with my partner because he and I will cook together, and we will, you know, he'll prepare one thing, I'll prepare another. And it's nice to have something like he'll make lentils or I'll make lentils and he'll make the main dish. And then I usually start the rice because I'm a rice master. I'm very good at making it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to get engaged with different kinds of food. I actually need to use the washroom and refill my water quick, so I'm gonna go onto the BRB screen. I will be right back. dun, 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 dun. Hello! I have returned! It's snowing outside. I wonder how much snow we'll get today. I hope there's a lot. I love snow. Whew. I'm having a good time. How's everybody's day going so far, huh? How is everyone doing? I hope you're all having a nice Monday. I hope you don't have a case of the Mondays. Yeah. I think the reason that I'm getting more snow though is because I'm situated more north than you are, so you lurker, you. Roach exists! Roach lives! Roach lives! Roach lives! Roach lives! I should do a karaoke stream, but only sing Dad Rock. I think you would all love my rendition of Santa Monica. Yeah, chicken tendies! I love... You know what I'm very nostalgic for? Dino Nuggies. And the Dunkaroos I had when I was 7. But just those particular Dunkaroos. Yes! Do a karaoke stream, everyone comes in and I'm just singing, I remember the day that you left for Santa Monica. Do some Nickelback too. Just isolate everyone. Come in and I'm just singing Dad Rock. Singing my heart out. Starts to hurt. Yan 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 ni hao nyan. Go jesudele shude kochara. Wait, you said yan yan. Shoot, never mind. Maya hee, Maya hoo, Maya ho, Maya ha ha, Maya hee, Maya hoo, Maya ho, Maya ha ha. Macross, that was Macross. I'm singing from Macross. And then after that, just, you know, the songs of my childhood. Did it go up here yet? Yes. I might need to pull out a map. I thought I could do this without a map, but turns out I'm lost. Turns out I'm very lost. Okay. So I'm currently in the Forgotten Crossroads. But there are other places to go. There are other places, like Green Path. This is making me think. So much thinking to do. Now I just have the Germa version of Imagine Dragons song stuck in my head. Boop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, boop. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. Bum-bum-bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Tractor! Oh, the misery. Every single person is my enemy. Spare the skibbity. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Oh. What? Did I not know about this place? I don't think I've been here before. And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? Close your eyes. Way-oh, ay-oh, way, ay-oh, ay-oh, way, ay-oh, ay-oh. Okay, we can do this. Nope. What if I just... Yeah, okay, I got it. Way, ay-oh, ay-oh, oh, how has it been? Oh, where do we begin? The rubble or our sins? Oh, where do we begin? The rubble or our sins? And the walls kept tumbling down, the city that we loved. Gray clouds come over the hills, spreading darkness from above. Doop boop boop. If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? Ayo, ayo, way, ayo, ayo, way, ayo, ayo, way, ayo, ayo. Right? It's such a banger. What else can I sing for y'all? Do, do, do. Ah! What the fuck? No! How was I supposed to know there was something scary in there?
Mia ciao.
All right, well, I did not expect that. I was just having a nice time. I wasn't expecting to find violence. Uh-huh, this my shit. All the girls stomp feet like this. Few times been around that jack, but it's not gonna happen just like that. Ain't your heart back, girl? Yeah, I don't know all the words. I can sing Wannabe, though. Most of it. Hi, big lady. Say your name and she appears. I believe in big lady. I believe in big lady. Bye, big lady. So Hollow Knight is about this little man who is not a man. This little envy child, little bug dude, shows up in a town with my little nail, and I'm on a journey, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And this society that I'm exploring had a bad thing happen, some kind of apocalypse, I think. And there's a little lady named Hornet wandering around, and Hornet is very hostile to me for some reason, and she likes to fight things too. And she's kind of like me, but her name's Hornet, and I've been following her, and she doesn't like that, which honestly fair, it is kind of creepy. But what I know is that I'm the same gender as Mewtwo. And I'm learning how to be a better knight. And I meet other knights, and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, and then Hornet's like, "Sha, Adilo, Galama." And then sometimes it is very Souls-like. It's a very Souls-like game. It's a Metroidvania, but it's also Souls-like. But yeah. So I'm going around trying to figure stuff out, and there's lore. And things are pretty. And the moral of the story is, I've done nothing wrong and I'm perfect. I think at least. Oh, and also, that's a common sentiment too. If there's a smile on my face. Whoops. Mom and Dad went to a show. They dropped my dad. They dropped it off at Grandpa Joe's. I kicked and screamed, says please don't go. Grandma take me home. Grandma take me home. Grandma take me home. Grandma take me home. Yeah, I'm actually trying to put together a little presentation about all the different insects in Hollow Knight and what they're based off of. Because all of these insects have real world, like, our real world, of course, inspiration. Because, like, there's a mantis village, and you can see that they're kind of similar to a praying mantis. But there's differences here and there. Hornet's kind of got, like, a bald-faced hornet thing going on, with maybe a little bit of another insect. But yeah, there's a lot of information out there online about, like, who's based on what. So I'm definitely going to do it in stream. And then once I'm done, I will upload it to YouTube as, you know... Aw, that's okay. That's okay. I stream when I can, so it's kind of sporadic because, you know, migraines. But yeah, I'm gonna work on making editing and uploading some YouTube videos as well. So you can spend like the entire however much time watching my YouTube video explaining who is what. Or you can watch, I'm gonna make some clips, some YouTube shorts, so it's like, here's this particular character and what they're based off of, for those who have shorter attention spans. Like me. Yay! Yeah, my YouTube channel has the same name as my Twitch channel. So if you want to check me out on other spots, it's always Northern King of Frogs. And my socials are Northern King of Frogs VTuber, VT. So Northern King of Frogs VT, you can check out my one post right now which introduces you to me, and you're gonna be like, oh, King of Frogs likes Majora's Mask. Of course they do. They seem like they'd be an edgy kid like that. And then I'm like, hey, I resemble that comment. It's true, I am an edgy kid. Just kidding. I might take a break, a longer break, an extended break to have lunch soon. And after lunch, you know what I'm gonna do? Have a nap! Because I need afternoon naps, like a kitty cat. Actually, I think part of why the big cat came to find me was because she's mad that I'm not down for a nap. So, kind of funny. Yeah! If anyone is lurking, I love all y'all. I love all of my chat. I love my lurkers. I love my viewers. You're all great. But I'm trying to make Twitch affiliate, and I need 4 people to chat in chat. So if everybody lurking could just type the words hi or a smiley face right now, that would be much appreciated. Hi or a smiley face. Either one. Or an emoji of your choice. I know some of y'all are lurking around. I'm sorry, I promise I'll never ask you to engage after this. I just want to make affiliates so that I can make some monies. Nope. Okay, that's fair. Thanks anyway, guys. Party peoples. It's so much easier to navigate when you have a little nightlight. I love this little lantern. It's just like, I have a bug in a lantern. Ooh, Stone Sanctuary. So one of my favorite jokes of all time is just the words Stone Cold Steve Autism. So for your consideration, I put that into your head box. So I hope you all appreciate that. For your consideration, Stone Cold Steve Autism. I don't think I can turn the lamp off. But what I've noticed so far is that... Oh, more life! More life! Which is good because I'm very bad at having life. Look! I did it! I did it! Yay! 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 Everybody cheer! Everybody cheer for me! Cheer for me! Cheer for me! I need the attention! Meanwhile, everybody's going, wow, why are you being so annoying? And I'm like, because that's who I am as a person. This is my stream and my chat, and I will be annoying. And be like, please give me attention. Please cheer for me. Cheer for me. Sing for me. A face carved from stone. Neat. Sing for me, my angel of music. Sing for me. We bring the party. This is a private party, and you are all invited. So let's all get it started. So let's all get it started. Okay, I did not know that there was a guy there. Yes. Do you ever think about, like... I miss when shows would have opera singers just randomly in them, and they would hit the really high notes and glass would shatter. I think we need to bring that back to TV. Woo! Wah! Pop the bubbles. This is just a stim stream now. It's like, what are you doing? I'm stimming. Don't worry about it. We are a pro-stimming society. Right? It used to be the main thing on TV. It used to be there all the time. It was like a big fun joke. Okay, I don't think I can deal with those guys. So they make me time my jumps. No! How dare they? Aww. That's so mean. That's so mean. That's so mean. It's true. It's basically the same thing. Well, at least I got more life now. Like, look at all that life. Hello! It's Froggert! Froggert is me. Froggert, Frogberto, Froggy Frog Frog, Froggethan. Froggid? No, Froggid doesn't really work. Froggethan works, and so does Frogbert. Frogberto sounds like I have class. We should just... I was actually giving culinary advice earlier. So Frogberto's culinary corner. Frogatha, yep, Frogatha. Frogness. Oh yeah, no, I picked up what you were laying down. What about Frogfunkle? Froggle Rock. Like Fraggle Rock, but frog. Yeah, Froggle Rock. You know what? That's my unofficial name now. It's Froggle Rock. Simon and Frogfunkle. Bridge over troubled water. It's just, you know, that's just life. Right? Froggle Rock works so well. Froggle Rock is what we call it when I do karaoke. I swallowed water, and now my throat wants to cough constantly. I like how I said swallowed water, but it's like, I'm just drinking normally. I know some show tunes. I can sing some Broadway songs. Though most of them are like Cell Block Tango and stuff like that. So I could sing. He had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming all along. And then he used it. And they abused it. How could you tell me that I was wrong? He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you had been there, if you had seen it, I bet you would have done the same. That's a banger. Come on, babe. Oh, thank you. I do have some musical training. I was in choir. And I am actually a soprano singer, so I can manage those pretty well. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and pull my stockings down. And all that jazz. Yeah. Yes, let's do it. Frog-themed Fraggle Rock. I am down for that. That can be my magnum opus song. I love Wicked. I have seen, so Broadway shows that I've seen Billy Elliot, Wicked, Chicago, West Side Story, Fiddler on the Roof. What else? So I think there are more. I've seen a lot. I am a theater kid at heart. Hell yeah, banjo cover Fraggle Rock. I used to be able to hit the notes in Gravity, but I would have to warm up a little bit because that one, is it a high C? Yeah. I often think of popular. Don't you wanna be popular? I love that one. Whoops. If I was a rich man, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I was a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I was a bitty bitty rich, I'd a man. Loathing, unadulterated more loathing for your face, your hair, your clothing. So good. Back when Wicked first came out in the early 2000s, every choir did a cover of Loathing. Like, everybody was singing that one. And then meanwhile, there's me sitting there and being like, you know what song I really like? Popular. So I'm like, the songs are great. Wicked has some great songs. And of course, everybody loves Defying Gravity. Yes! I'm thinking about the time warp, and that has nothing to do with anything right now. Oh, Phantom of the Opera. I've seen Phantom of the Opera, too. My mom had a cassette tape for Phantom of the Opera. And I remember listening to that cassette tape a lot as a kid. And, yeah. I love, like, how extra a lot of the cast is in Phantom of the Opera. Because, like, everybody's like, oh, Christine this, Christine that. I'm like, I love the diva character because, like, she's just like, you know, everything's about her, and I love, I'm here for a good diva. But, yeah, anyways. It's really funny. Part of the appeal of musical theater to me is just the irony going on, you know? Like, somebody will be singing, like, I had a really great day, and it'll be the most depressing scene ever. Or, you know, it'll just be like the French Revolution, but make it peak. Stuff like that, you know. You know it, and I know it. Here in Fraggle Rock, banjo, banjo, banjo. I'm just being silly. No! There should be an ability called the stupid water doesn't kill me. The ability is just... Oh my gosh. Dear Evan Hansen is just trash in general, though. Because, like... It's so weird to me how... Dear Evan Hansen, I don't know why, but, like... Everyone thought it was gay for some reason, even though it's not. It's so weird to me how Dear Evan Hansen is just about this terrible boy, which is just, like, gaslights everyone into thinking that, like, he was friends with this bully who, you know... It's so weird. It's just such a weird musical. I don't understand it. But there's a lot of things I don't understand, you know? Yeah. It's funny to me because, like, there are certain musicals where even though we have no reason to think what we do about them, we're like, oh, this musical's like a gay coming of age story, and it's like, no, that's Love, Simon. We're thinking of Love, Simon, and it's like, why did we equate those two with, like, being the same? My night terror is a 30-year-old man affecting Mr. Burns like Hunch so he looks 17. Yes! Oh my gosh. Have we considered that maybe the whole time Dear Evan Hansen was about what it's... Yeah. We literally just sometimes hallucinate. But no, like, this is literally, like, no context. Like, for some reason, so much of us on the internet were like, is Dear Evan Hansen gay? And it's not. It's so weird. So again, I think sometimes there's just, like, cultural stuff that happens where, like, in our society, we have, like, a collective hallucination that something is going to be the way that we think it is, but then we engage with it and it's nothing like what we assumed. And this is not really based off of anything except for hubris. And it's like, why did we think that it would be this way? And it's like, no, it's literally just hubris. Just some hubris. Give them a little bit of hubris as a treat. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of hubris. For everybody. As a treat. Hubris for all. Boop. Anyway, I need to go catch my bus. Oh, the desert bus. Just kidding. My greatest feature is my lust for life and my lust for revenge. My other greatest feature is my innocence, of which my childlike innocence and whimsy, of which everyone loves. Hell yeah, new seal. Whoop-a-doop boop. And of course, my humility. How could I forget to mention how humble I am on stream? I love trampoline time. I feel like trampolines were a much bigger thing for a very short period of time. Like, I feel like everyone in the 90s had a trampoline. And now I'm not sure if anyone has a trampoline. Did trampoline culture just kind of die out? This is a serious question, by the way. What happened to trampoline culture? Somebody find out for me. Somebody research it. This is my Alamo. Oh, was it really lawsuits? That's funny. I kind of expected it was lawsuits, but you know. R.I.P. trampolines. You're a dangerous yet fun idea for a brief period of time. And I miss you. I don't want to pay to go to a trampoline park. I just want to go over to my friend's house and get a concussion. Yeah, in the Philippines, this is a genuine question, by the way. Isn't flooding a problem? Or water in general, like rain, like hurricanes and stuff. Monsoons? Water. Water's a problem, isn't it? Like, watery stuff. Water storms. In Eastern Europe, you could do whatever you want. Typhoons, that's what they're called. Thank you. Ooh. In Eastern Europe, you can do whatever you want as long as you have enough hubris. Because that's just how Eastern European culture works. Source. I have a father who was raised by Ukrainian grandparents. So, yeah, it's exactly what you think it is.
Zupa ela merma.
Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. Floodwater. Exactly, you can do everything once, twice if you survive. It is a culture of being stubborn and letting your hubris be your guide. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that, and anyone who tells you otherwise just doesn't believe in you. And what kind of... and that's negativity. I don't like this precision jumping. Okay, we're gonna figure it out. To be fair, Eastern Europeans know when we're petting bears. We know it's a bear, we just don't care. There's a difference between I'm gonna pet that dog, pets a bear, and that is a bear and I'm petting it. My broken light fell again. It's fine. Yep. What else was I saying? By the way, I can only speak to immigrant Eastern European culture because that's my family. Oh, wow. So, like, in the Philippines, with your house, is it, like, on stilts? Or... Well, I don't know how to put it. Raised. Kids these days with their iPhones and their iPads and their... having all of their kidneys and all that stuff. Not eating dirt, throwing rocks at each other. Everything connected to Bluetooth. Did I put enough stuff in there? I think I could put other things in there. Stop spraying me with your spores. Okay. Okay. So you're above the road. And you usually see the flood happen, but the flood doesn't usually eat you. I get it. That makes sense. Okay. Not so controversial take, because I've heard a lot of people say this. Labubus are ugly. They are ugly. They're not cute ugly. They're just, why are you buying this? That thing is terrible looking and I hate it. Those things are probably actually cursed. Like, they were cursed by the old woman who lives in the forest, and they're gonna steal your soul, and now you have no soul because you picked up a Labubu. And that's your fault. I'm not afraid to say it. Labubus are ugly and I never want one. If you buy me a Labubu, I will be so mad because I hate them. Yes, exactly. Labubus genuinely have the vibe of a modern occult horror story where some malevolent entity is casting a spell on the planet with these cursed purse dolls. That's exactly it. Cause like, this is literally the plot to some like modern horror story where a bunch of like old crones who want to curse you are like, you know what's a good idea? Let's make these highly collectible and sought after so that there's, you know, all these variations so people have to buy a ton. And people will keep buying them, putting them on their purses, and they will be all over the place. And then they'll like play a dial tone and suddenly they'll send out the mind control spores and then you lose your children. All of my kids are sleeping. Yes, I prefer my Gambit to be Pokemon cards too. Digimon cards are also cool though. Look, I want my pieces, I want to pay for my real life JPEGs. Influencers can try to influence me all they want. They're not going to succeed because I'm too unhinged. They want me to care about their stuff, and you know what? I just don't. That's the way to not be influenced. Don't care. Yes, my hyperfixation is knowing when I'm being influenced. But I'm also one of those people who's like, you know how some people are like, oh, I am too powerful to be influenced by propaganda. No, I know I can be influenced by propaganda. I know that that's totally a risk that I run. just by existing. But like, I'm gonna look into stuff. Even things I like. Or if somebody's like, this seems kind of sussy. I want to look into it to know if I'm being influenced or not. Because it's like, everyone's always trying to influence you at all times. Everyone's trying to make you think things. So I want to know, is this propaganda? And the answer is probably. Thank you, Google. I will check the laundry in a moment or 5. Right. Boop-a-doop. Okay, let's try jumping again. Okay, I think I can get the strat. I can't do precision! Okay, there we go. Fuck! I hate this top one. It's my defeat. Okay, I'm gonna recharge my life, then come back. I can do this. I can do this. Somehow I know it. I can grab whatever that item is. There's just no way I can blow it. Not after trying 1,000 times. I'm gonna do it. I'll figure it out. And chat will have my back. No! I did it! Yeah! Something tells me that today Yeah, this is how we do it. Every time I play this game, I get a little better. That's called growth. And one day, I will finish the game, and everybody will say, "You done good, Mr. President." Okay. Which way is this? Okay, that's that lady. I feel like there should be an entrance or something here, but there's just not. It's probably like a secret door. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. By the way, thank you everybody for checking out my stream. Thank you for supporting me with your chats and having fun. I'm gonna talk to the banker now. Let's just deposit all of my money. I just keep depositing money with her because, like, she can keep it. Whereas whenever I die, I lose all my money. So it's just like, we'll just bank with this nice lady. It's kind of like how, in Majora's Mask, there's the banker in the square, and you're just like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "I put a special stamp on you, and somehow I know it's still you, even when you're lost, even when you reset the timeline." And you know what? That's just good customer service. My strat is I hit them and then I run away before they can hit me back. That's also the strat I use for real fights. Follow me for more hot tips. Would we throw you? Okay, but if we're throwing you in a river, which river would you want it to be? Which river? You have to pick. You have to pick a river. You have to pick one. I picked the Athabasca River because I feel like that river's done a pretty good job. Amazon River's pretty cool. King is actually king in tech. Yeah. That's how I live my life. Running away. You know that song You're the Best Around that they made for the Karate Kid? They didn't actually make it for the Karate Kid. It's about me. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. I would choose the river in Cleveland that sometimes catches on fire. You know the one. Fun times in Cleveland today. Still Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Come and see both of... What the heck? What's going on here? Okay, I can't get through that. That's, not ideal. Come and look at both of our buildings. See some food prepared near the street. Who knows? You might even meet this guy. I've been singing a lot on stream today, but not full songs. You just get like snippets of different songs. So I hope you like that. Cuyahoga River? Is that the one in Cleveland that catches on fire? Cool. I think I should go have lunch. I'm pretty hungry now. Oh, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. That is a new milestone for me, everyone. 2.5 hours. I'm a 2.5 hour Andy now. Go frog. Go frog. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying my songs. I will learn more songs to keep singing different things on stream. Because I don't think y'all just want to hear me sing, the other option is just... Yeah, we are going to get to that 3-hour Andy. Ah! Ah! Boopity boop boop boop. Boopity boop boop boop. Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the things that chase me in this underground world. Bam, 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 bam.
Juro Noctuba.
There. Okay. I'm gonna go have lunch. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream today. Hollow Knighting with me, talking about food, singing songs, having a good time. I always appreciate you coming by very much. I'm going to look for someone to raid now. Hell yeah. So let's find someone to raid. Let's find someone to raid. So give me one moment, please. One moment, one moment. Give the frog a moment. Boo, boo. So give me a moment. We're going to get you into the Raider Raidness. Let's see who's live right now. Sorry, everything is taking a while because, you know, that's how stuff works for me sometimes. Come on, come on. There we go. Gonna find you some.
What a good word. People.
Okay. This will be my first time raiding somebody, so we're gonna find It's taking a while because I don't know how to raid, which is part of the problem. I'm trying to figure it out, though.
You're sharing your VTube Studio screen.
Oh, whoops. I'll put Hollow Knight back up. I'm gonna just go stream ending. Boo-doo-doop. So I just gotta... Okay. Sorry, just looking for somebody to raid for you guys. Okay, okay. I can do this. I can do this. I got this.
Pulling out rhymes like books off the shelf. Born in England, raised in Holland, start to
We're gonna read Madam Maybe. Go check her out. She's a lot of fun. She's streaming Hollow Knight too. She raided me a few weeks ago, so I hope you like her. Go check her out. Be nice. Have a good time. Say hi. Yeah, go enjoy the raid. Go enjoy. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.